Welcome to the pink side. My ex said I'd regret it. Now I'm her bridesmaid. I never thought I'd see her again, let alone standing across from me in a bridal boutique, with a smirk on her lips and a satin dress in her hands. But let's rewind. My name's Liam Carter, 25 years old. Software developer. Quiet. Efficient. Invisible in most rooms unless someone needs their Wi-Fi fixed. I work remotely, live in a modest apartment in the city, and, up until recently, had an uneventful life made up of routine, logic, and a carefully buried secret I never meant to share. I'm not exactly what people would call daring. In fact, I'm the opposite. A planner. A hider. Someone who avoids drama like the plague. So how did I end up here? Standing in front of a full-length mirror in a pale lilac satin gown, smooth legs tucked into nude pumps, chest rising and falling beneath a padded bodice, in a bridal party fitting for my ex-fiancé's wedding? Let's start from the beginning. Emma and I were together for 2 years. She was bold, magnetic, the type who could command a room without saying a word. She also had a wicked sense of humor, one that didn't always land softly. Our breakup wasn't explosive. It was slow, tiring, the way couples unravel over months instead of days. She ended it. Not with yelling. Just a text. I hope you figure out who you really are one day. And when you do, you'll regret losing me. That line stuck in my head. Because she didn't say, you'll regret losing me, because I'm amazing. She said, you'll regret it when you figure yourself out. Like, she knew something about me I hadn't even admitted to myself yet. And maybe she did. You see, I've always had a fascination I never talked about. A drawer of secrets hidden beneath folded t-shirts, silky tights, a few pairs of panties I told myself were just curiosity, and a lipstick I bought as a joke, but never threw away. I didn't call it crossdressing. I didn't call it anything. I just knew that late at night, when the apartment was quiet and no one was around, I sometimes felt an overwhelming need to see myself differently. To feel beautiful. To not be Liam for a little while. But I kept that part locked away. Until Emma. She never saw it fully, but she had her suspicions. She noticed the way I lingered on her dresses when she changed. The way I complimented her heels, maybe too often. Once, she asked jokingly, "You want to try these on?" I laughed it off. I always laughed it off. It had been almost a year since the breakup when I got her text. "Emma, hey. I know this is weird, but I need a favor. Can we talk?" I stared at it for a long time. What did she want? Closure? Revenge? I hadn't dated anyone since. Partly out of heartbreak, mostly out of fear of anyone else seeing the real me. We agreed to meet at a neutral spot, a coffee shop halfway between our neighborhoods. She walked in wearing a white coat, her hair in soft waves. She looked radiant and untouchable. "Liam," she said, sitting across from me, "I need a groomsman." I blinked. "You're kidding." "Okay, technically it's a bridesmaid, but semantics." I choked on my coffee. She smiled. "His name is Nathan. He's a good guy." "Really? But I need one more person in the bridal party to even things out." My cousin backed out last second. "And for some reason," she said with raised eyebrows, "you came to mind." I stared at her. "You want me to wear a tux and stand next to your fiancé while you get married?" She laughed. "No. I want you to wear a dress and stand next to me. You always looked at my closet like you wanted to live in it." "So? Want to live a little?" I was speechless. "I'll pay," she added, leaning forward. "The whole thing. Dress, shoes, makeup, whatever. Just one day. For old time's sake. And hey, if you hate it, you'll never have to see me again." And then she whispered, "But I think you won't hate it. I think you'll feel something you've been running from." She left me with the invitation, and a silent dare hanging in the air. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying her words. "I think you'll feel something you've been running from." My fingers hovered over the drawer I hadn't opened in months. I opened it. Tights. Lipstick. Shame. Longing. A dress just once. That's what she said. What's the harm in one dress? The boutique appointment was set. Emma gave me the address and the time. I told myself I wouldn't go. But there I was, heart pounding, palms sweaty, walking through a glass door beneath a golden sign that read Bridal Envy. The woman at the front desk greeted me without blinking. Bridesmaid fitting? I nodded. She didn't even flinch. I was ushered into the back, where Emma stood with two other girls I didn't recognize. She handed me a hanger, and that's when I saw it. Lilac satin, off the shoulder, with soft pleats that flowed like water. Try it on, she said with a smirk. Unless you're scared. I took the dress, walked into the fitting room, and as I slipped it on over smooth legs and trembling hands, I caught sight of myself in the mirror. The reflection didn't scare me. It stirred something I hadn't felt in years. Not regret. Not fear. Something else. Something dangerous. The satin whispered around my legs as I stepped out of the dressing room. I could feel every breath in the boutique pause. Emma, her two bridesmaids, even the clerk. It wasn't because I looked ridiculous. It was because, somehow, I didn't. The dress fit like it was made for me. Soft, flowing, feminine in a way I'd never let myself imagine. The cinched waist, the way the bodice supported my chest, thanks to padded inserts Emma slipped me discreetly, and the slight shimmer of my skin against the lilac fabric, it was surreal. My feet wobbled slightly in the kitten heels Emma had insisted I try. I expected laughter. Or worse, pity. But the reaction I got was dead silence. And then, damn, one of the bridesmaids muttered. She cleans up good. Emma beamed. See, she said, walking over to adjust the neckline gently. What did I tell you? I was stunned. Do I actually look okay? Emma met my eyes in the mirror.
No, Liam.
You don't look okay. You look beautiful. I turned to her. Please don't mess with me. I'm not, she said. You're glowing. I couldn't speak. Couldn't breathe. Couldn't tear my eyes away from the mirror. Because for the first time, I didn't feel like a man in a dress. I felt like I was seeing her. The girl inside me. And she was smiling. Back in the changing room, I lingered longer than I should have. Ran my fingers along the fabric. Let the silky hem dance across my thighs. Brushed my fingertips over my lips, imagining them painted, shimmering, soft. Something was shifting. This wasn't just a prank or a favor anymore. I felt right, which terrified me. Outside, I found Emma waiting with a garment bag and a smirk. So, she said casually, can I count you in? I swallowed. Emma, this was supposed to be a joke. Who said that? She asked. You said I'd regret it. That this was about payback. She laughed. Okay, yes, I did want you to sweat a little. But seeing you like this? That wasn't about revenge. That was curiosity. Maybe even hope. Hope. She grew serious. I hoped you'd see what I always saw. The version of you were too scared to be. I blinked. And if I say no, that I can't do it. Emma held up the garment bag. Then I'll never mention it again. I'll donate the dress and let you walk away.
Pause.
Or, she added, you can come with me to the salon next weekend.
Hair.
Nails. Makeup trial. I looked at her. Then at the bag. Then back at the woman who knew me better than I ever admitted. What do I have to do? That weekend, I found myself in a chair at Velvet Touch Salon, heart pounding like a war drum. Emma sat beside me, chatting easily with the stylist. We'll need soft curls, natural tones, maybe a touch of gloss. She's new to this.
She.
My heart skipped. The stylist smiled. First time? I nodded. She touched my shoulder warmly. Don't worry. We'll go slow. It's not about looking like someone else. It's about bringing her forward. I wanted to cry. Instead, I closed my eyes and let them begin. The warm sponge of foundation across my cheeks. The light tug of an eyebrow pencil shaping lines I never noticed before. The silky glide of lip gloss. And when I opened my eyes and looked in the mirror, I gasped. The girl looking back wasn't just me in makeup. She was someone I could be.
Soft. Subtle.
Beautiful in a way I never let myself believe. Danny, Emma said softly.
What?
That's what I'm calling you now. I stared at my reflection. Danny. The name sat on my skin like it belonged there. Later that night, Alone in my apartment, I unzipped the garment bag slowly. The bridesmaid dress gleamed under my bedroom light. I couldn't resist. I slid it on again, this time with fresh curls still bouncing from the salon, my lips tingling from gloss I hadn't wiped away. I stood in front of the mirror. This time I twirled.
And smiled.
And whispered, "Hi, I'm Danny." But before I could bask in that moment, my phone buzzed. "Emma, need to talk." Something came up. Urgent. My stomach dropped. Was she having second thoughts? Was the wedding off? Or, worse, did someone find out? I texted back. "Me, what's wrong?" "Emma, come over."
Now.
Emma's apartment door opened before I could knock. She looked tense. Not furious. Not scared. But like someone holding a secret too tightly in their chest. "Come in," she said quietly, motioning toward the living room. "We need to talk." My heart thundered. I had worn jeans and a hoodie over the dress, still faintly smelling of lilac perfume and salon shampoo. My nails were painted a soft blush color, subtle, but real. I didn't feel like Liam. I felt like Danny. But I didn't know if Danny was welcome tonight. Emma sat on the couch and motioned for me to sit beside her. I did, nervously pulling my sleeves down. "Emma, what is this about?" I asked softly. She inhaled, eyes scanning me. "You've changed." My stomach flipped. "Is that a bad thing?"
"No," she said.
"It's just faster than I thought." I looked down at my hands. "You're the one who offered me the dress. The makeup.
The salon.
I didn't ask for any of it." "I know. And I don't regret it," she said quickly. "But you need to know something. Nathan, my fiancé, he knows about our past. Everything. And when he saw our old photos online, he got curious." "Curious how?" She hesitated.
"He asked about you."
"What happened between us? Why we broke up? Why I said you were exploring something?" My breath caught. "What did you tell him?" "I didn't tell him everything, but I said you had a side of yourself you hadn't figured out yet. That maybe it scared you." "That's not fair." "I didn't out you, Liam."
"I swear."
But he started digging. I froze.
"Digging?"
She pulled out her phone and showed me a screenshot. An old photo, taken without my knowledge from years ago. I was in her bedroom, trying on a skirt. It was blurry but unmistakable. "Where did he get this?" "I don't know," Emma said, rubbing her temples. "Maybe from an old backup. A shared folder. He has access to my Google Drive now." I felt cold. "So he knows." She looked at me, half regret, half worry. "He suspects. He hasn't said anything outright, but he made a joke tonight. Said, your ex might fit better in the dress than half your bridesmaids." I went pale. "He's watching you," she said. "And I don't know if it's out of curiosity or cruelty. But I thought you deserved to know before the rehearsal dinner next week." I buried my face in my hands. "This was supposed to be a one-time thing," I muttered. Emma was quiet for a moment, then said, "Is it?"
"What?"
She turned to me, voice gentler now. "Is this really just a one-time thing?" I didn't answer, because I didn't know. The next few days were a blur of confusion and temptation. Emma invited me out shopping with her bridal party. Said it was just for fun. She introduced me as Danny, her cousin, a late bridesmaid replacement. I wanted to run. Instead, I nodded, smiled, slipped into character. The other girls welcomed me like I belonged. They handed me dresses, asked my opinion, shared makeup tips. One even offered to braid my hair. And for those few hours, I wasn't pretending anymore. I wasn't Liam hiding in Danny's skin. I was Danny, laughing, smiling, twirling in a chiffon dress in front of a mirror. That night, I lay in bed and stared at the ceiling. Was I still doing this for Emma? Or was this something more? The thrill of being seen and not questioned. The ease of slipping into this new identity. The way my heart fluttered every time someone called me her. But then came the message. From an unknown number. "Does the groom know what you are?" I sat up, frozen. Another text followed. "Pretty little bridesmaid. Wonder if Emma told him the truth." I showed the messages to Emma the next day. She blanched. This isn't Nathan, she said. He's snarky, but he wouldn't threaten you. Then who? She bit her lip. My maid of honor.
Jenna. She saw you with me before.
I think she suspects something. My head spun. She knows. She thinks. And clearly, she's stirring the pot. I stood, voice trembling. I have to quit. I can't do the wedding. This was a mistake. Emma blocked the door.
No.
Emma, you can't run from this forever. What if someone finds out?
Then let them, she snapped.
You're beautiful.
You're you.
If people can't deal with that, that's their problem. I backed away. I'm not strong enough for this, I whispered. Emma reached out. Then let me be strong for you. 2 nights before the rehearsal dinner, I stood in front of my full-length mirror again. The lilac dress waited on the hanger. My makeup bag sat open. My heels lined up neatly below the vanity. But I couldn't move. I stared at my reflection, at the man who wanted to disappear and the woman trying to break free. Danny wasn't a costume anymore. She was a possibility. A voice whispered in my head, "What if you don't go back?" I reached for the wig, a chestnut brown one Emma bought for me. Slipped it on, zipped up the dress, stepped into the heels. And slowly, the man disappeared. The woman remained. But as I admired myself in the mirror, my phone lit up again. Unknown number. See you at the rehearsal. Bring your mascara. The rehearsal dinner was held at an upscale vineyard just outside the city. Gorgeous white lights twinkling in the trees, soft classical music drifting through the air, and rows of neatly arranged tables filled with laughter, champagne flutes, and polite smiles. And I was walking into it as Danny. Emma met me outside the parking lot, her face equal parts excitement and worry. You look amazing, she whispered, helping adjust the strap on my dress. I nodded, barely breathing. I feel like I'm going to pass out. No one here knows except me, she reassured. You're just another bridesmaid. That's all. I tried to believe her. The lilac dress hugged my form just right. My wig was styled into soft curls. My light makeup blended naturally, though I felt every second like I was under a spotlight. Still, I walked in with her. Head high, heart pounding. Everything was going smoothly at first. We mingled, toasted. I stayed close to Emma and smiled politely when introduced as her cousin Danny. People didn't question me, didn't laugh or stare. They saw a woman, and that made me feel invincible. Until Jenna appeared. Her smile was too sweet, her gaze too sharp. She hugged Emma, then turned to me. Danny, right? We didn't get to talk before. Her eyes flicked over my face, resting a second too long on my jawline. I smiled cautiously. Nice to meet you. Oh, it's lovely. You look so comfortable in that dress. Her tone was neutral, but the edge behind it was sharp. Emma stepped in. We've been having a blast getting ready for the wedding. Danny saved me last minute. Jenna's smile didn't waver. She's a real lifesaver. Then she leaned in closer to me. Her voice dropped to a whisper. You should be careful. People talk. My blood turned to ice. At dinner, I sat across from Nathan, the groom. He raised his glass. To second chances, he toasted, smiling. I froze. Emma gave him a look. He chuckled. I just meant weddings.
Life.
You know. But I could feel the tension. His eyes flicked to me occasionally, curious. I kept my smile small and my voice light. But inside, I was unraveling. Midway through dessert, Jenna rose. She tapped her glass. I just wanted to say a few words, she began sweetly. Emma shot me a worried glance. Emma has always been the bold one, Jenna said. The fearless one. Even in relationships, she always knew how to spot someone hiding something. My stomach dropped. But that's what makes her special. She sees people, even when they don't see themselves. She turned slowly toward me. I guess what I'm saying is, truth always comes out in the end. Laughter. Confused smiles. Most guests had no idea what she meant. But I did. And Emma did too. Her jaw clenched. After the dinner, Emma pulled me aside. She's going to out you, she said. She's playing games. I nodded, numb. It's over. I can't come to the wedding. You have to. If you don't show, she wins. I stared at her. Emma, this isn't a competition. No, it's your life. Your choice to finally be yourself. Or go back into hiding because one bitter girl wants to ruin your moment. I felt sick. She could expose me.
My job.
My family. Emma held my shoulders. Then let her try. Be proud. Because Danny isn't a secret. She's real. Tears filled my eyes. But I'm scared. Emma nodded, voice soft. So was I when I figured out who I really was. Everyone's scared. But that's how you know it's worth it. The next morning, I didn't sleep. Instead, I stood in front of the mirror again, this time more calmly. I didn't tremble. I dressed carefully, painted my lips, pulled on the dress, and whispered to myself, I'm Danny. The wedding day came. Sunshine, flowers, music, and 1,000 curious eyes. The bridesmaids lined up in the dressing room, giggling, adjusting hair, fixing lipstick. I stood among them. No one questioned me. Until Jenna walked in. She stopped in the doorway.
Her eyes scanned me.
Then she smirked. She walked over and handed me a folded piece of paper. I opened it. A photo. The same blurry photo from Emma's drive. Me, years ago, half-dressed in a skirt in her room. A note scribbled beneath it. Tick-tock. They're going to know. My breath caught. She leaned in. Unless you disappear quietly. I stared at her. You're cruel. I'm careful, she said. I don't want a scandal at my best friend's wedding. Or maybe, I whispered, you just don't want to share the spotlight. Her eyes flared. I folded the note and slid it into my bra. You want a scene, Jenna? I said, my voice steady. Try me. And I walked past her. The ceremony was beautiful. Nathan looked at Emma like she was his whole world. I stood beside her, one bridesmaid among many. And for once, I wasn't pretending. I was living. After the vows, as we filed into the reception hall, Jenna passed by and whispered, You're going to regret this. I turned. Maybe. But I'd rather regret being seen than spend one more day invisible. During the first dance, Emma and Nathan twirled across the floor. I stood by the wall, sipping champagne, watching. And then Nathan walked up to me. My heart stopped. You know, he said, I wasn't sure about you. I stayed quiet. But I watched you tonight. Watched Emma.
I've never seen her smile like that.
He raised his glass. She's proud of you. I blinked. You know? He nodded. Not everything, but enough. A beat. And he shrugged. Takes guts. You showed up. You didn't hide. That's more than most people ever do. I blinked back tears. Thank you. He smiled. Just don't let her pick your shoes next time. Those heels look brutal. I laughed through my nerves. And for the first time in days, I felt safe. Later, when the party died down, Jenna tried to corner me again. But Emma stepped in. She held up her phone. Funny thing about phones, she said. They record audio. Like the part where you blackmailed my bridesmaid. Jenna paled. Emma leaned in. Leave Danny alone. Or I will make a scene. She turned to me and slipped her arm through mine. Come on, sis. Let's dance. And under twinkling lights, in my lilac dress and aching heels, I danced. Not as Liam. Not in fear. But as Danny.
Scene.
And finally loved. The reception was winding down. Half-empty wine glasses sat abandoned on tables. The string lights above the dance floor flickered like distant stars, casting a soft golden glow across the guests still swaying to the music. And me? I was still in my heels. Still in my dress. Still Danny. Every time I glanced at a mirror, I expected to see Liam staring back. But I didn't. She had taken his place. And I didn't want her to leave. I stepped outside for air, the night breeze brushing over my bare shoulders. The vineyard stretched into the darkness, quiet, peaceful, like the world had finally stopped spinning. Footsteps followed. I turned, expecting Emma. But it wasn't her. It was Jenna. still in her bridesmaid gown, holding a champagne flute like it was a weapon. "I'm impressed," she said coolly. "You lasted the whole day." I stayed silent. She stepped closer. "You think this ends here, don't you? Doesn't it?" I said. "The wedding's over. I made it." She smiled without warmth. "You think one good day erases everything you are?" I tilted my head. "And what am I, Jenna?" She hesitated. "You're a liar. A man pretending to be something you're not." Her words stung, but not like before. Now, they only confirmed how far I'd come. I stepped closer. "I'm not pretending. I've never been more honest." Jenna's mouth opened, but someone interrupted. "Everything okay out here?" Nathan. He stepped onto the patio, still in his tuxedo, eyes sharp. Jenna stiffened. "Just chatting," she said sweetly. Sounded more like something else. He looked between us. "Maybe it's time people stop judging what they don't understand." Jenna's jaw clenched, but she said nothing. She brushed past me without another word, her heels clicking into the dark. Nathan glanced at me. "You good?" I exhaled. "Better than I thought I'd be." He smiled. "Emma told me the truth. About who you are. What you're becoming." I looked away. "And that doesn't bother you?" He shrugged. "Everyone's becoming something. Some of us just take longer to admit it." I smiled. "Thanks." Later that night, I was alone in the bridal suite. Emma had insisted I take it to rest, to be away from the drama. I peeled off the dress slowly, hung it up with care, then sat at the vanity, looking at myself. The wig, the lashes, the delicate shimmer on my cheekbones. I wasn't ready to take it off. The phone buzzed. I expected Emma, but the name on the screen made my blood run cold. Dad. I stared at it, frozen. I hadn't heard from him in months. I hadn't told him anything. I hadn't told anyone. Except Emma. Except now, the whole wedding party. I picked up. "Hello." A pause. Then his voice. "I saw a picture." My heart stopped. "I didn't recognize you at first. Thought it was a joke. But then I looked closer." I swallowed. He didn't sound angry. Didn't sound confused. Just calm. "You looked happy," he said. Tears welled in my eyes. I was. Another pause. "Is this who you are now?" I hesitated, then said it. "Yes. I think this is who I've always been." A long silence. Then I'm proud of you." I broke. Silent tears streamed down my face. "I'm still figuring it out," I whispered. "I don't know what happens next." His voice was steady. "Neither do I. But you won't do it alone." I looked in the mirror again. Mascara running slightly. Lips faded. Wig a little crooked. But I had never seen someone braver. I whispered, "Danny," and smiled. But just before I turned out the light, my phone buzzed again. A new message. Unknown number. "You think this is over? The real game is just beginning."